Hello and welcome to ODS. Today we got a 6K versus 5K, and I'm still going to say it's a question mark for me. Okay, never mind. Hello and welcome to KGS. We got 3K versus 4K. I am black. So you might be asking, why are you playing so many games on KGS? Well, because KGS has the best editing software and the shadow stones are the easiest to do on KGS. There's only a couple tweaks that I would really make to KGS. Oh no, he knows, he recognizes me. This isn't good. That means it might be him messing with me, but anyways. So his I guess you can see his name, Bcas. I'll try not to play too poorly, he says. I wouldn't worry about that. You're already trying to mess with me though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to nuke this because I really want to get this other open corner. I have this feeling that if I do this, he's gonna approach over here. If he doesn't, then it's like playing a 5-4 Joseki over here. So I still really want to get the Orthodox. And since I get to play first, or I get to reply first, let me have my Orthodox. Please? Please? Yay! So I can technically get my Orthodox, I guess. This is very strange. Very, very strange. Alright, so usually traditional opening theory, approach the uneven corners first, and he's not doing that. So when it comes to, standard Orthodox, I almost want to approach or come back high instead of just low. So that's what I'm debating, knowing that, or hoping that this eventually goes to Orthodox. Another alternative I could do is just do enclosure, double approach, and then take the outside. But I don't really want to let him get a double approach. If I play this, this sort of approach move could happen then. So I'm just going to do that, I think. I chickened out. I should have probably done the other one just to see what that does. Interesting. Like if he played here, this would have been going to Taisha. I'm inclined to separate. Because I definitely want to respond now. It's 2 versus 1. I could just attach as well. Am I planning to attack this? If I throw in here, I'm already kind of pincered, and this is kind of in a weird spot. Kicking it, not good because he's already got that key point. Attaching on top, he could potentially poke there and Hane. Hane this way. Poke there. I could then attach here. What if I played the diagonal here? Low approach, one of the standard responses, just this. It's also kind of a sign to come out, and then depending on what he does, if he responds here, then I can like throw in here and attack this some more. So maybe that's what I should do. Okay, so he's reinforcing this, so I can't throw in here, but that means I can come and now attack this. This is also a pretty good looking shape for him. I do have the option of throwing in here yet. This is maybe not actually. This, if I had a stone here, then maybe. So with for how this is set up, I could attach here. I mean, I can make shape or run. This he attaches to jump out. Yes. I kind of want to attack this, but I think. This is pretty big. The question is, am I going to be running for a very long time if he ends up doing something like this? I can make an eye here and then I have to run and make the other one. But I think I'm going to do it. Now if you were to take the corner, I would just do this sort of thing. If I push him this way, that is putting a lot of pressure on my corner. If I push him this way, I already got that stone there, and then I can do things like capping, inviting him in. He's already got that. This makes this corner really secure, pushing him this way and then cap to attack it. Yeah. Push him towards your stronger side. A better move, I think, for him would have been the probe. I know I love the probe so much, but this probe is very important. Because it tells you how you should respond over here instead of just coming in here directly. And if he comes out this way, then I can chase him some more, and actually I could probably do this and poke through. So this is just to harass this group a little bit to get it to run. If I can get some influence here, then I'll approach on this side. So with this, he has a couple options. The usual response is for a capping move on a 2-space basis to poke through. And then my reply would be either this knight's move or this knight's move, but I've already got the knight's move here, which means that I'm already a move ahead if he tries pushing through. So I wouldn't recommend pushing through. Another option is to jump out here. But with this, I have the option to, poke at this and then jump out to make him run, and then I can even get out the base some more, because these two I can get out the base and connect to either side. And when I'm chasing him, I want to push him this way so that I can get stones on this side and keep him separated from his fairly secure group over here. Okay, so he's going to jump out. I have to reread this because I think there was some boom, boom, block, cut, and then I cut here and he can Atari and Atari up, but then I'm getting all of this. I think that's the logic of that. And then if he pokes through here, I can do this. I can get cut, cut, extend, and then capture this, and I got all this. Yeah, I think that's how I should do that. Oh, that's interesting. But what happens if I poke through here? Do you block? Oh yeah, you'll probably connect now. If I poke through here, cut, that doesn't work anymore. I can't push through and cut. If I cut here, you'll connect there. If I poke here, you'll Hane. Cut, Atari, Atari, capture, poke through. I can seal you in and cut the stone off. Yeah. Okay. So even though even though I'm gonna lose those 2 stones, I'm doing it to seal him in. Then this stone's gonna be floating and looking kind of dumb. He'll be living small up on the top. I'll have all this outside influence, and then he's going to incinerate you. This is what's gonna happen. Actually, I think he has to fight for life. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a review of all the reviewing systems. Encourage them to amalgamate into one perfect one. Because they all have their faults, they all have their strengths. KGS is by far the strongest. Go Panda would be good too, if it had the trees that KGS did. That's been my problem with Go Panda, is I can't go from one tree to the next. If I poke through here, he blocks here. I could do this, cut, and he's cut off. I don't think he'd want to connect here. I think he's going to do something like this. And then his connection's a lot more solid to connect underneath, right? I don't think this is the time for that. This would guarantee that's dead and give me a very large corner. I could also approach over here. Tanuki. I'm going to try to use this as influence and thickness to approach. We still have to revisit this. This is a fairly weak group of mine. Right now it has the option to run out in the center, but... Ooh, I don't know about that one. Because this gives me the outside thickness, which makes it easier for me to attack this, instead of just taking the corner, giving you all that outside thickness, and then reducing mine. I think I want the thickness this time. And then I do this. Glad we're in agreement here. Moves jump now. And then I have some options here. I can save these stones or not. If he pokes through here, I can just do this and give them up. But then I've got this thickness. So is now the time to poke through here and cut. Which way do I want to cut? This way? Atari out. I don't have a plan for this. Poking through and cutting doesn't work. This helps with that. If he does this, poke through. Or, I'm going to come over here and attack this. How do I do that, though? No, that doesn't really help. Descending removes the base. I'm going to do that. This move... I was going to say, this other move over here kind of works, too. It actually helps support both of them. So now I'm going to poke through. And I'll probably cut over here because this cutting stone will separate in 2 groups. And he's going to let me have it. This, that, cut. This collapses that shape. Does this do that too? He can make a table shape then. Poke through. Poking here. I think I want to push him this way though, right? Because poking here, he does this. Which is threatening this. Or threatening to connect with that. Maybe this is the better time to do this. Wedge, Atari out. He can't ladder it, but he can use that to get out a little bit. Come back, connect here. In which case I would descend or Hane to make sure that thing is dead. You know, maybe I want him to do that because then I can... What did I just read? Wedge? Probably Atari this way. If he Atari's this way, I just connect. And then he'll play something like this. Actually, you know, in my recursory reading while he was thinking what to do, I can play this move. If he blocks this way, I of course connect, and then his base gutted, this thing is in trouble. If he blocks this way, then I can jump here. Poking through, I can just connect underneath. He can Hane on top, it doesn't work. What about clamping? Clamping, I just come out then, yes. So I can, once this stuff is resolved, assuming this doesn't get any more moves, I can actually come back and play here. Alright, so that's what he's going to do there. Just going to connect, or are you going to cut? Or are you going to let me cut? You know, if I were him, I think I'd play this move right here. What is that doing? Should it give you more to worry about? No, here, let's do this. He can play this move, and then it'll prevent the cut, maintains his connection to the outside, and all that other good stuff. He doesn't want to Hane, so I can Hane back, does this, I can cut out the base, and then he's still on the run. Boy, wouldn't it be good if I already had this move, though. Alright, so that's kind of threatening to do something with this. This does give me that... Oh god, I did again. This does give me that move. This do give me that move. Atari... Should I play this? No. This? No, I gotta play this. I want to come back and do this. Now this is making this move even better for me. But this group's still on the run, so... If you want to run with this, you can easily just jump here. If I cut, it's just Atari, and just dead. So I can't cut here right now. So you would actually be able to... You could probably even jump further, I think. Consider this a 4-stone wall. You can probably jump all the way out here, or maybe one of these two. And if I try pushing the issue like this, you're just going to extend with me. So we got a couple glaring weaknesses. That's aiming at this cut, but can I... if you do this, then what? Because with this, I can get this and capture this, which means that this is now basically on its own. If you connect, I think I still do that. This wedge looks like the thing I gotta do, though. I just don't know what the follow-up is. So I think I can do this. If you just Atari me down, that's great. It helps me kill this stuff, or help me attack this stuff. I don't think that jump was good. It's too close to this stuff. If you're planning to jump out and not... If the jump is intended to try and attack this connection or peep at this connection, cool. But if you're just trying to get out, I think just a jump over here would have been better. Alright, so now you're going to make some shape. Now this is solidly connected. Cutting here doesn't work because I can go Atari and capture it. You can cut and get rid of this eye, but it's connected to all this stuff, so... You of course can peep here. But then I think I'm just going to cut through here and give that up. So if I can isolate this, I think I'm going to be okay. Go here, do this. It's a 1-space jump from that. It's a Knight's move with reinforcement here. This group's in the center. I really can't do a whole lot more with it. Okay, so you're reinforcing there. So I can cut here, or Atari this. You would capture it, I'd come out, and this thing's on the run. But I'm not really worried about this. This gets rid of that base. And guarantees me all those points, which is really good for me. There's still some shady connection here, like I can do this to gut out that eye. This gets rid of the other eye, so he'd still have to run. So maybe I should, I don't really want to do this. This would not be good, because then he can cut here. So this would only help him, I don't want to do that. Should I come back and attack this right now? kind of what I want to do. And I can use this stone. I can take away this corner. If he just gives it up, that's great for me. But I really want to attack this some more. This would gut out the base, but then he's on the run. But this is a lot of points. I don't care about this stone. How do I attack this some more? Can I attack this some more? Is there anything that he can play right now to get an eye right away? I can do this. Well, he can get an eye up here. Can this become an eye? This looks like it can become an eye. So this thing is basically alive right now. I don't think I can attack it anymore. So what I'm going to do I want to attack this or should I take this? What's bigger? This, he'll take the outside influence to do this, but then I can use this to cut through and eliminate this guy's base. And in the meantime, seal this up, yeah? There are so many big points on here that I don't really know what to do right now. I can't attack this anymore. This is just points. It's not security or anything. It's just him eliminating basically all of these points when he connects here. So what is that, like 10 points-ish if I play here? Maybe like 15 or 20 because then I get these points versus him connecting, and actually he'd destroy all this too, so it might be about 20 or 30 points. Attacking this stone and trying to do some stuff over here, taking the corner. I have a feeling that as soon as I press this issue, he's going to just grab the corner. Foot sweep. It seems very passive. Well, this is my only weak group right now, though, right? Like, this stone I don't really care about. This is no longer a weak group. This can be lived. This can be made weak. Maybe I should do that first. Nah, I want to attack. No other reasoning than that. I want to attack. So let's attack this single stone here. Now, thinking of a low approach, one space, low pincer. What are the responses for that one space, low pincer usually? Attach? He doesn't usually have this stone here, and I usually don't have that stone there, though. Now, if he made a 3-space extension, I throw in then the Joseki is to attach here. I do this and make the really cool S-looking shape, which may end up being kind of what this reverts to. I might force it to revert to that just to ensure that I'm a little bit stable. Once this group is relatively stable, then I can come back and do things like take the corner, attack this. But, I think this is only points. When I connect here, then this becomes a killer move. Anyway. So you're wedging here. Interesting. Threatening this cut. This is getting me ahead of that, though. What's important? Atari out. This group's gonna die. You're ignoring this, though. Atari go here. This group's on its own. I'd have to do something like this, but this isn't really getting me any points other than outside influence. I still have this, so maybe I'm gonna give these up. Because he's letting me have this. I can extend over here. I think this is worth more. Because I still have, if he comes back and takes that, then maybe I can take that. It's kind of similar to Mii. If he takes one, I'll take the other. If I invade one, he'll probably invade the other. But I'm going to take this extension, I think. This just makes it that much harder for this stone to live. Alright, so he's taking the corner. I will take the other corner then. And now he's doing that, but that's too small. It gives him Panuki and outside influence and stuff, but me connecting here. Wait a minute. Connect. Do you connect here? I cut? Yeah, probably. There's a 1-space jump here. There's some other interesting things I can do. There's still some Aji in this stone. Yep, I know. Yep, you're giving the Panuki and then you're connected here. This group is already solid, though. This is kind of threatening this throw in here, so I'm hoping he just does like a knight's move, backs off. That works too. Cool, so now I got central access, and then I'm going to play here. Again, this is a very, very large move because if he gets it, it's worth like 20 or 30 points. So he's just ensuring that this stuff is killed off, which I am okay with. This destroys all those points. This gets me potentially a few more. Helps me kill off the stone. Jumping here is also worth a lot. Do I want to kill out the stone? Do I think the stone can live? It's going to be hard pressed being in the center of all this stuff. So I got two options here. Gets me a few points here. Jumping here gets me all of this versus letting him get that. So I think I'm going to do this. My next move, my next big move is probably going to be something like this. This move and this move is kind of like a Moyo versus Moyo thing, even though it's just a smaller Moyo. But we both want to play on that point. Like, he wants to jump here. I think he should probably jump here. Jumping here also has the threat of pulling this out and destroying all of these points. By jumping here, I might play something like this, just to try and salvage some of those points. Alright, so he's going to try and live with this. He's going to try and run with this. Playing this, I play this move. I could also just back off. Throwing in, what do I do? Throwing in, the Ataris, I fix, he fixes, I cut, he fixes, I cut. Atari up, Atari down. I'm just going to back off. It doesn't invite him to do this move, and then I don't have to come back and fix, is the big thing. If I play this move and he plays this move, I feel obligated to come back and fix. This prevents me, or this means I don't have to do that. This one I want to do that, and then I can poke here, because if he cuts here, I can Atari down, yes, and follow. That's kind of strange, though. Atari up, fix, I poke through. And then this group is still on the run. I wasn't expecting a jump. I'm wondering if that was a misclick. The table shape would have been better for him here, because then I don't get this Atari and poke at this. If he connects here, oh, he's interesting. So by playing here, I kill this stone off as well. I can poke here and play here. That stone's not very important. Poke. And then I can play this one. This group is still on the run then. I could capture this as well, I think. Poke. Let's see, yeah. If I capture this, there's this poke. I can play this move and this move then. So I can just capture the stone, and then I'm very, very strong. He can, of course, poke in here and save that stone, but when he's saving that stone, then I can come back and cut this off. If he plays here, then I play that. Okay. So this group needs to run to that. I don't know why I saved that stone, to be honest. I don't think it was worth it, because now I only solidified that territory, and you really can't use things like this stone and maybe this stone to help reduce that. I don't know. I think that was not very good. Alright, big plays for him to do. Save these stones. Oh, you sure about that one? By playing here, he can get this Atari. If he wedges, I just play this Atari. If he extends this one, then I cut. And then this one has to live. I don't like that move, because then I could play this. And then now these two stones are gonna run. I can poke up in here, right? Poke through. If you block there, I can poke through this way. Hani underneath, you have this Hani. I can Atari, you can cut here and extend, but then I can just come up. If I play this, because now I can Atari. And do this. Capture. Your shape is looking kind of terrible. Gosh, just terrible. Here we got Atari out. I gotta be wary of this stuff, because now there's some poking stuff. This poke through and cut now works, unfortunately. Can I wedge in here? I can. This wedge sets up that cut, but then there's this push and cut. Maintaining this connection is important. This one reduces his shape and pokes at that cut. But now this group is kind of on the run if he takes the corner. Interesting. Interesting turn of events here. Now I can do this, right? No, I probably want to do this. I still can wedge here. I think I connect. Well, anyways. What should I do? This has the Hane, but then I can cut, so he'll probably descend. I want the corner. This is not an eye for him. And on the other hand, this one doesn't really have any eyes either yet. I can get one eye for sure. Maybe I can get two. Problem is that he has both of these Ataris. Like if he takes this Atari, then I connect and he can Hane here and I can Hane. It's not an eye, but it's just really annoying. Yeah, cool. This connects up. It is then a reduction, I guess. Actually, this is setting up a snapback. So this is pretty good for me. I think he might have been better off descending here first, because then it, just descending here gets him an extra 2 liberties. And then even if I try to throw in and do stuff like that, but I think descending here would have been a good first move because it keeps my group separated yet. Wedging here, probably not good. But now I can run out and chase because this no longer has a group. Now my group is nice and fine again. This is now he gave me another weak group. And if this one runs to safety, then I can potentially come back and kill this one now. Because we got this Atari, we got this Atari. I am questioning these decisions here. Alright, so you're protecting points. Wow, really? If I cap here, what happens? You poke through. I jump. You poke through. I Atari that single stone. Because then I'm going to cut here, Atari that, and capture this. So that these are going to die. It is important that he does this. And now I can do moves like this. Because if you would cut here, I Atari this. And then jump, or something like that. Something's going to die here. Cutting here, what happens? Atari out. I should be able to poke and cut. Throwing in and cutting here, probably not good. I'll just poke this way. Doesn't matter if these two weak groups connect because this doesn't have an eye. This one has some eye shape. And now you've got a pretty big problem here. Now I can cut here, Atari out, Atari. Oh man, something almost works here. What about turning here? Turning here, if you do this, do that, do this, cut, do this. I'm gonna take a Boyomi here. Cutting here, he can just Atari this. I can capture. If I play up, he throws in, I cut. He connects, I Atari, 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 fix. Atari, 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 connect. I should be able to disconnect this, right? If I play here, right? Throw in, Atari, or double Atari rather. Let's see, if you cut here, I Atari this. Very, very, very interesting. Right now I've got this double Atari, so if he cuts here, this stone can connect to either side. And I have this double Atari here. If he plays this move, I didn't mean to click. I shouldn't have clicked. If he plays this move, I have this Atari here to throw in and kill that Liberty, or kill that eye. Cool. All right. Well, good game, BCAS 1984. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.